So here I am, warming up a little bit. I'm gonna finally take my amp to the guitar center today, or to the repair center, and that means I have about, I think, 30 minutes to warm up or something like that. So I'll be warming up a little bit and seeing if I can dial in some cool sounds. And then I'm heading with my beloved amp to the doctor. I really don't want to do it, but I have to. Easy, BC, the goat is back. You're too kind, man. A little bit of tuning. Mos Pos, I have no idea what that is. Sorry, mate. So right now I was inspired to practice a little bit of modulating, playing a cappella. Music and game. Happy New Year. What's up, Bruno? Hello. So I'm kind of starting in E major, and then trying to transition into D minor and make it sound natural, which is can be a little bit hard.
pas qu'est-ce que c'est. Retour vers le futur.
Oh, Back to the Future. I don't know it. Sorry, man. So this is interesting. When I started out the session, I just had a session on TikTok, and I wasn't feeling that inspired. I was trying to find something, right? I'm using a similar sound that I used yesterday, and I'm not really inspired to start plugging pedals in. So I finally stumbled upon this thing. Okay, that inspired me, and that was this little modulation thing. It's always like that when I practice. I just have to find something a little bit new, and then inspiration comes. So let's do that some more. Going from E major to D minor and make it sound natural. That's a E Lydian. That was really fun, actually. So I'm gonna do more of that. The good thing with D minor is you can play the open E string and you get the like the add 9 sound, which is pretty cool. So you can find a little mini voicing wherever in the D minor scale, and you add that extra open string, and it sounds pretty cool. And then you can try to transition into D major, which is hard again. You have to find some kind of melodic movement. So. Or you can shred your way. So, joue Metallica. Welcome to where time stands still. No one leaves, no one will. Let's see. But this is fun. We should grab another one. So 2 keys that are like a third apart. So A, let's try A sharp. Problem is it doesn't have any good open strings at all. So if we have maybe like C, or let's do this instead. Let's just do E major to C minor and see if that works. At least we have the G string, which is the 5th, so that's fun. I don't know if I like that. Bruno, t'aimes le son de la guitare? Thanks for digging. Hey, how hybrid picking, very cool. So whenever you see me jam like this, there is a lot of hybrid picking going on. So whenever I do that, or something, I have to. I'm not really good at showing those techniques on purpose. I think it's much easier for me, at least, if I jam and let them come out, and that's because my playing has been kind of jam based for the last couple of, or last decade, I would say. So I tend to play, and then all of a sudden, when I want to increase the kind of suspense and intensity, I'll do. Hello from Japan. I'm gonna say Tukito because my kids love those. What are they called? Anime, like the drag demon slayer thing. So there's a lot of talk about Tukito at home. Tu as mis combien de temps pour apprendre la guitare? So I've been playing guitar for almost 30 years. I would say 20 years of more or less serious practicing, and the other 10 years just having a guitar and strumming on it. So tips for learning hybrid picking. For me, it kind of came from just playing with my fingers, because I like the sound of it. So if you do that quite a bit, then it becomes easier to just switch between fingers and pick. That doesn't really work if you have a big picking movement, so you gotta learn this kind of picking movement as well. Because if you move your hand like this, your fingers are constantly gonna be kind of transported away from where they're supposed to be. So a small picking movement and then practicing with the fingers alone, that can be really helpful. Thank you, Mr. Japanese user, thank you. Grunge. Ouch, that hurt. Non, 20 ans, pas 2 ans. So, question about learning scales. There are many different approaches depending on what you're into musically, but they all have in common that you should have like a musical approach to learning scales and not like just remember the dots. That doesn't work. I've seen it a million times. People will try that and then they ask me, how do you remember the scales? Well, you don't learn scales by remembering dots. So, if you're into this kind of playing, you could learn one position and try to figure out some chord voicings, and you don't have to know any theory, just look at the dots and see if you can play them together and you're gonna have a chord, right? So if the scale is, then those dots, you can play them separately, or you can try to finger, oh, there's a chord there. That's one way, that's what I'm doing now. No. So, from one topic to the other, another thing I'm struggling hard with is well, I tend to kind of overdo things quite a bit when I'm practicing. When I discover something new, like what I did now, it's like, yeah, this is fun. So jamming a cappella between two keys, like E major and D minor. And then instead of doing that for a couple of days, within minutes, I was like, but now I have to find two different keys. And that's a bad approach. You should get comfortable with, when you're discovering a new concept, you should be really, you should focus on it so you can use it in lots of different circumstances. Doesn't matter if it's just a single lick, Try to learn it really well so you can play it anywhere on the fretboard and in any scale, in any key, on any strings. And I should do the same for this theoretical concept that I just started playing. Instead of just immediately switching keys, I should really spend some time doing that, the one that worked for me. So I'm doing E major, and going to D minor. So I'm gonna nod each time I switch between the two keys, and you can kind of hear what's going on. I'm gonna get slightly less dirt here, a bit of a cleaner sound. I know for sure. Sorry, don't know more. Any originals? Thank you. You can check them out on my channel. There's a bunch of them, but that was years ago. Mostly now I'm into jamming, but I hope to get back to maybe recording some like songs. Everything I do is kind of focused towards that, finding good routine and finding good new tones and new riffs and getting better rhythmically and musically. So we'll see, maybe. My old way of writing music worked, I think, because I still like the tracks I recorded back then, but it doesn't work for me now. That was completely based on just building the song block for block and not playing anything live. I don't like that as much anymore. I would prefer to write the whole song without the computer, but I'm not there yet, so that's why I'm working on it. But before, I didn't have a problem to just, write one riff, record it, and loop it, and think about it. Okay, change one note here. So the process would be completely computerized, and the results would be pretty solid. But the process, I thought it was okay back then, but I hate it now. I just want to play. I don't want to. I do lots of computer work anyway, so I don't want to do it when writing music. So we'll see. From Thailand, what's up, Thanet? ZZ Top, dude. I don't know. I don't remember. Oh, that's a tricky one. riffs. They could work well for the channel. We'll see if I maybe get recording them. States, but I've been there once since then. So I was there for like 2 weeks, and then my parents continued elsewhere in the world. I came back to Harvard, Boston, just to visit. My dad worked there for a short time. That riff is pretty popular on the channel as well. Do this like 1, 2, open string. Oui, c'est correct, Bruno. Awesome, guys. So thanks so much for sticking around here. It's been a lovely warm-up session. I started off uninspired and now I'm super inspired. I hope I could somewhat contaminate you with that inspiration as well. You've been absolutely fantastic. I've been KristoferDahl. See ya. Cheers.